First of all, a couple of things to say. This is point A. It's up on the second floor. You're going to have troops on both sides. You're going to see as I go through this. I picked my spear sergeants, which are max level. I picked those because it's a pug group, and I don't know what these guys are going to do. I saw I had 3 cohorts up here, which actually worked out to my benefit because they obviously knew each other and were working together. And then so with 3 people working together, that really helps out. If you've got all 5 people that are pugged, it can be a little more complicated. So last season, we'd always went through the left side of the wall. The first few times we did it seemed a little too slow getting up to the point, so we started taking out the door in the beginning. The door works just fine. I imagine you can still go through the left side too. Now that I've gotten over the newness of it and I've gotten back into the rhythm, it doesn't seem that bad at all anymore. The first few times we did it, it would just seem too new. So pausing right here, don't bring your troops in there. They're going to drop all those fireballs. I don't know if he lost anybody right there or not, but you just run that risk. Just stop your troops at the front, run in there yourself in the middle. They're going to drop the balls. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to hurt you. And then you can bring your troops up. You want to clear out the courtway. You're going to have troops on both sides, left or the right. If everybody seems to be going left and you know how to work the right, go to the right. If you don't know how to do that, follow everybody on the left. You can set your walls upstairs or you can set them downstairs. I prefer to set mine right here, as you're going to see what I do. I set them right here. Nothing can come up this side. And it allows me to go upstairs and help shoot other troops coming up the other side, and I can shoot troops coming up this stairway. The other thing I've noticed is this kind of a side note, Imperial shields seem to have gotten somehow nerfed or something. I used to take my Imperials and my Spear Sergeants. I'd start with the Imperials and end with the Spear Sergeants. Imperials just get frickin' melted. I don't know what it is. You're going to see this guy's eventually going to move them upstairs here, and the Imperials just get rolled right over. I guess the devs just really don't like Imperial Spear Sergeants. They just nerfed them somehow. Even the AI can kill them. This guy put his shields right in the middle. It's a horrible place to put them. You want to block the forces being able to get onto the point. That being said, don't not pay attention or you suddenly die and you're completely useless to the team. Which is what I just did right there. So all my shields left, everything went upstairs. I don't know what happened to the other guys, but I know there's 2 other people outside here with me, so at least 3 of us died in that first surge. Don't panic. Don't spend the entire time raging on your chat. You're wasting time. Get in here, bring another unit, and make it happen. Just continuously work with whoever you've got in here. Now this time I brought my troops upstairs because I didn't know what people had. And I figured the left side was fairly cleared. By the time we got up here, though, we already took it. So I just kept moving. I moved through. Again, you just sort of work with it with the flow of however the game works. So this point on the left, try not to take that until after you've taken A. Because as soon as you take the point on the left, all the troops start streaming down from here. So you want to be careful not to try to take that. If you die, go outside, or if you need to go get more troops, go outside and get them. Don't start the supply point until after you've taken A. That's the only supply point in this particular realm that you got to worry about that with. So above there, you saw me just run through the tower. Whenever I'm in a pug group, I just run through the tower. Even when I'm in a house group, I usually have somebody else go up and do that. I've got fully leveled Spear Sergeants with all of their extras, so I can take a little more abuse. I didn't heal them, which I should have done. So there's another video that tells you to treb this tower. Don't treb this tower. Please don't treb this tower. You want this rock shooter so you can break the end. That doesn't mean you can't win. If somebody trebs this tower, you can still win. Don't waste time chatting them up. Once you break this open, it just makes it easier at the last point because you can send in your trebs to deal with all that range that's in the background. So once you break that wall open, this was already taken. So then you push yourself forward again. My Spear Sergeants were kind of decimated. So instead of going forward with everybody else, I kind of went and got the supply point. The second supply point doesn't count the same way. I got super wounded here, so I fell back. But so the second supply point doesn't start any surges. So you can take the second supply point anytime. So that's what I did. I didn't have any troops. I lost the last of my spear sergeants, so I figured I might as well go down. Don't step on that point until people are ready. So I went down here and I got this. I got this supply point so I could get more troops and I could actually be more productive instead of just standing there plinking arrows. Now again, if you don't step on this point, it doesn't start the surge. Your troops can step on this point. I threw the troops in there, I got rid of the shields. I moved up. I was going to go up on the wall, but it looked like those guys had it handled, so I didn't. Again, anticipating and situational awareness, understanding what the other people are doing. So I sat here. I knew that they would want to come down and take that point eventually. They started taking it, and here's the surge. I threw my mini Reapers into it, and luckily enough, these guys are here. I probably would have died again. But somebody else anticipated what I was doing and backed me up. I mean, it's that simple. And then my troops actually lived. I was surprised. I turned around and was like, oh, I better bring these guys back. So I went and healed them up. They got more pikes in here. These pikes did a lot of work for us. So then eventually we trebbed out everything that was in there. With this wall broken out, you can just send the trebs right all the way into the middle, which helps out a lot. I tried to time my treb in this one because I knew the horse surge was coming and people started shooting the boss. So I tried to get the boss down about halfway and then send my treb in to try to take all the horses. It didn't work out. This guy's spear, what I've been calling the pole strippers, actually did a lot of work for us in this and probably pretty much saved the game. I killed a couple of troops. You'll see it pop up over there, but I didn't kill all that many. I think I got like 2 or 3. And then I had to go back and get my court terry, or the spaghetti soldiers, as I've been calling them. Some of these names are way too hard for me. I have enough trouble with English. So, and then they've got 3 points here, is why I slowed this back down. A lot of the videos are talking about you only have 2 points. You really have 3. You don't know where they're going to come for. Guaranteed they're coming on the left, which is where I sent my spaghettis. But they may spawn on either the straight ahead or to the right-hand side. But we took it really quickly, and I had to heal up, so the end of that video, I didn't really get to see what everybody else did. I didn't take MVP, but it's a win. One of the, I think it was one of the cohort guys took the MVP, and that's just the nature of the beast if you're pugging the group. So that's my 2 cents on pugging. It's just a matter of situational awareness, paying attention to what everybody else is doing. At the same time using whatever strength you have. In my case, I have fully leveled spear sergeants, so I can take a lot of those frontline stuff. If you don't have that, and you just have archers, you got to put them up in places where they're useful, up on the wall, behind some other shields, so they don't just get wiped out and die. You know, and hopefully people will back you up, but if you're spending so much time typing, you're not helping. Sometimes it may be helpful if you can quickly type in something like, hey, go here. But most of the time I've noticed that people that are typing are in the back somewhere, not doing any DPS, and they're just typing, raging usually, telling everybody how dumb they are, and so forth, while they're not helping whatsoever. So that's my 2 cents. I hope it was helpful and informative. Let me know if you have any questions on it, and I'll try to address any of those questions. And I'm out.